I'm ready for more. Whole squad in the field, yeah, we tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. If you looking for me, you know where to find me. I leave you dusted, I leave you behind me. I flip the switch from 0 to 90. If you do too much, I'ma do the almighty. You know I got it, you know I'm a legend. You know I'm the one, I do not come in second. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We bout that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war.
Welcome back, everyone, to the NFL on EA Sports from Las Vegas, Nevada. It's the Dolphins in control of the football as we get back to the action in the first quarter. From the 27, Tua. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 87 yards, and a touchdown.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Tua to Parker there for the Miami first.
And we all remember when Devontae Parker was drafted, a first-round pick out of Louisville. Really hit his stride in 2019 with 1,200 yards. Numbers dipped a bit last year, but he can be a real dependable target for Tua Tagovailoa.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Play action, now it's Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. A good pickup there, a 22.
Miami's receivers had the 2nd fewest yards of any receiving group in 2020, and the fewest yards in run after catch as well. Jalen Waddle, he might solve both of those problems. Taking 6th overall, he picks up a first down right there.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd down, it's Gurley again. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. Well, this defense for the Raiders, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright? And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the 4th quarter. But here, it's happening early. A definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this.
Touchdown! Mike Gesicki, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And it's 2nd and 11. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. This defense for the Dolphins very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles. On tape that I saw last game, this team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw. And he will find his man Ruggs. Touchdown Raiders. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And for them a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. They try right side here. Gurley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tua. Now a short one to Gesicki. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Raiders very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the pistol, it's Gurley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change. They'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Todd Gurley. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got it to Patterson, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Cordero Patterson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he's in for 2. The fake works. And they take the lead.
Someone really wanted to be in the lead here, because that's a heck of a gamble, isn't it? You're down 1, you kick it, you got a tie ball game. Instead, they fake it. And I keep coming back to this every time I see it. Remember, if you're faking an extra point now, the ball snapped at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, you're giving up 13 yards as opposed to just lining up at the 2 and saying you're going to go for 2.
You're running a big play, lots of yardage for 1 extra point. That's a heck of a gamble, but it paid off in this case.
Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense heading back out. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Tua to Fuller for a Miami first down. Now a handoff for Gurley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Now a short one to Gesicki. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again on second down. Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. And Oliver able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing is Wilson. Forced out to his left. And I think the ball's out. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover him.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Well, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be taken down here with a a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
Play action. It's Wilson rolling to his right. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So that drive of 4 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. And touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's a... basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down? And that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's second down. Tua going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jalen Waddle there. And it's third down. Here's Tua. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson dancing to his left. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson escaping the pressure right. Right back to Waller. He's got it this time. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And that'll be incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now it's Wilson.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Parker. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
There's Fuller for a Dolphin touchdown. Will Fuller in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks, and welcome.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunity.
A gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it.
And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Tua sets up to pass it. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 23. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot. Go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's fourth. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Tua now on first down. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They go play action now. Wilson sliding out of the pocket. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Wilson smart to take off and run with it as he's able to pick up the first.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And that ball popped free. We could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
From the shotgun, Wilson steps away to his left. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Dolphins have got it.
All I know, partner, is that with every play call that came in, There was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the two-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Oh, he shifts past him. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
Well, he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Man open, here is Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2 now on first down.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. He's got the first down and more past midfield.
And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time.
Picked up by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunky yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver,
but it's going to be second down. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down.
And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs.
His third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season.
And the Raiders are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth-quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Miami set to take over.
And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game, or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up first and 10
at their own 20-yard line.
And from the shotgun, he'll throw.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it third down. Now Tua.
Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. First down, Miami.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Tua hit, and the ball is out.
And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, that
That's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
And some play callers, when they go into games, they don't mind calling a lot of screens, and they don't care what down. They were maybe one block away from really having something there to start this drive. Good job defensively to cut through the blockers and make the tackle on the screen, or that could have gone for maybe 15 or 20 yards.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon. At this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On first down, Tagovailoa. That's to Waddle on the quick slant. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. He'll drop to throw. Able to connect with Fuller. 7 yards there and a first down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And his throw here's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for the tight end, Adam Shaheen, that time. And it's 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Open man is Waddle, complete.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. They'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28. Looking to pass. Tua. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
He was looking for Todd Gurley. That'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. And again, it's Tagovailoa.
To a hit, and the ball is out.
And the Raiders pick it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Oh, Wilson going to throw.
And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. Touchdown! Henry Ruggs.
65 yards.
And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays, they won't.
Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I notice you use the word sparked, because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
To victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points.